All right, welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling like you're just drowning in information? We all do. But what if I told you the problem isn't the flood of articles and emails? It's that our brains are, well, kind of running on outdated software. So today, we're diving into the work of Pavel Palagin to give your mind a serious 21st century upgrade.
I want you to think about your reading ability like an internet connection. For most of us, it's like a frustratingly slow, old-school dial-up or edge connection. You're just chugging along, word by word. But the techniques we're going to talk about today, that's like jumping straight to 5G. And look, this isn't just about going faster. It's about a totally different, more effective way to download information right into your brain.
So I want you to really think about that for a second. Which connection is your brain using? Be honest. Keep that answer in your head, because what we uncover next, well, it might just surprise you.
Okay, so let's talk about your brain's internet speed. There's this fascinating and honestly kind of terrifying truth when it comes to how we read. For the vast majority of us, our reading skills hit their peak when we were kids, and then they just stopped completely.
Get this. According to Palagin's research, most adults are reading at a 4th to 6th grade level. Just let that sink in for a moment. We're trying to navigate this incredibly complex, information-dense world using skills we haven't touched since we were, 10 or 12 years old? This right here is the fundamental mismatch we've got to fix.
And that mismatch creates a huge problem. Palagin has a great name for it, the slow-reading traffic jam. This is the absolute core of the issue, because reading slowly isn't just inefficient, it's actually working against you. It's hurting your focus and your ability to understand anything.
Imagine your brain is this incredible, high-performance sports car, right? A Ferrari engine. But when you read slowly, word by word, you're forcing that amazing engine to crawl along in bumper-to-bumper traffic. And what do you do when you're bored stiff in a traffic jam? Your mind wanders, you start thinking about what's for dinner, you check your phone, you do anything to occupy all that extra brain power. So that distraction you feel when you're reading, it's not a personal failure. It's just a symptom of a bored, underutilized brain.
So this mental traffic jam leads to 3 big problems. Number 1, you're constantly distracted. Number 2, you get tired and bored super fast because you're literally holding your brain back. And number 3, the big one, you just can't keep up with the flow of information in our world today. It's impossible.
But here's the cool part. What if I told you that your brain is already wired to break right out of this traffic jam? We're going to do a little experiment. I'm about to put some jumbled up text on the screen. Don't worry, this is a test you literally cannot fail. Ready?
Okay, take a look at this. At first glance, it just looks like a mess, right? The letters are all scrambled. But here's what I want you to do. Don't try to sound it out. Just let your eyes scan across the sentence. Just for a second.
So, could you understand that, even with all those mixed up letters? I'm gonna bet that for a lot of you, the answer is, yeah, you could.
And that is the big aha moment. You just proved the #1 principle of speed reading. Your brain didn't sit there and decode every single letter. Nope, it recognized the shape of the entire word, its silhouette, just because the first and last letters were in the right place. You don't read L-E-T-T-E-R, you just see the word letter. Your brain is already built for this. Okay, so we've established our brains can totally handle the speed. But how do we make sure all that information actually sticks around? Because it's not just about reading fast, it's about reading effectively. And this is where Palagin's best metaphor comes into play, the idea of harvesting your reading crop.
Let me tell you a quick story. So, there's this farmer. Let's call him Vasily. And this guy works incredibly hard. I mean, he plows his fields, he sows the best seeds, he's out there weeding and watering. He does everything perfectly to grow this huge, amazing crop for his family.
But then, just as the crops are ripe and ready to go, he just walks away and starts plowing the next field. His family comes out and says, "Vasily, what are you doing? It's time to harvest." And he just replies, "I can't. I'm too busy. I have to plow." Of course, the result is tragic. His family starves. All that work completely wasted because he never stopped to actually collect the food. And this is exactly what most of us do when we read. We plow through pages. We put in all the effort, but we never pause to harvest the ideas. And so, just like that crop, the information withers and vanishes from our memory.
The solution is so simple. It's called the harvesting technique. All you do is this. After you read a paragraph, or maybe a short section, you just pause. Stop plowing for a second. Look away from the page, and in your own words, just quickly summarize the main idea you just read. That little act, that simple pause, that is the harvest. That's the crucial step that moves knowledge from your shaky short-term memory into solid long-term storage.
Okay, we know our brains have the hardware for speed. We now have a technique for making it stick. The final piece of this puzzle is all about your mindset. It's about changing reading from a passive chore into an act of peak performance. I want you to picture Michael Jordan. He's at the free throw line. The game is tied. There are only seconds left on the clock. Is his mind wandering? Is he thinking about what he's having for dinner? No way. He is bringing absolute 100% unwavering focus to that single shot. That is the focus of a professional.
We need to bring that exact same energy to reading. Palagin calls this the millionaire state. What does that mean? It means reading with this intense purpose and focus, as if every single page holds $1 million secret and you only get one shot to see it. When you get into that mindset, you don't have time for distractions. You don't need to reread sentences over and over because you're giving it your full, undivided attention the first time through.
So, you see, upgrading your reading isn't just about going faster. It's about unleashing the incredible power your brain already has. It's about actually harvesting what you learn. And it's about adopting the laser focus of a champion. So, I'll leave you with this one final thought to chew on. How differently would you read if every single page was that final game-winning shot?